Alright, Karina baby, for the 25th. We have monsters skipping. Monsters skipping. The little monsters, Meanie, Miny, and Mo, were watching some friends jumping rope. It looked fun. I wish we could jump rope, said Meanie. We haven't got a rope, said Miny and Mo. At that very moment, the pongo worm popped out of a hole. He was long and skinny, just like a rope. I've got Meanie an idea. Oh, just like a rope. It gave Meanie an idea. Will you play jump rope with us? He asked. The pongo worm said he would. The two little monsters took turns holding each end, and one jumped in the middle. The worm was tickled pink. That's monster jump rope for you. But remember, if you want to jump rope like that, you'll have to go to Pongo. Oh, where's Pongo? Let's see if we can find him. Do you see him? Look at that. There's Pongo. Whoa. The skunk. So in our poems, favorite poems, new and old, we're starting off with the skunk. Yeah, where we left off yesterday. Yeah. Okay. When the sun has slipped away and the dew is on the day, then the creatures come out to call. Men mangled the most of all. The little skunk is very neat with his sensitive plush feet and a dainty slim head set with diamonds on bands of jet. He walks upon his evening duty of declaring how that beauty with his patterns on is not done at the setting of the sun. He underlays across the lawn and asks nobody to frown. On his graces, all that he asks is that men let him be. He knows that he is very fine in every clean and rippling line. Yeah.
Wednesday, 9:30.
Okay. He is a conscious black and white little symphony at night. Next is the Jolly Woodchuck. The woodchuck, very, very fat, but doesn't care a pin for that. When nights are long and the snow is deep, down in his hole he lies asleep. Under the earth is a warm little room that drowsy woodchucks call his home. Rolls of fat and fur around him, with all his children curled around him. Snout to snout and tail to tail, he never awakens in the wildest gale. When icicles snap and the north wind blows, he snores in his sleep and rubs his nose. Next is the brown bear. Now the wild bees that hive in the rocks are winding their horns elfin shrill, and hark at the pine trees the woodpeckers knocks, and the sprinkle goose grows pipes on the hill. Now the elder dole broad wakes to run. Now the snap mounts abundant and good, and the brown bear has turned his side to the sun. In his lair, in a depth of the woods, old Honey Paws wakes in the woods. Oh, little more slumber, says he, and little more turning to sleep. But he feels the spring fever that hurries the bees, and the hunger that makes the trot leap. So he ambles by thickets and trail, so his nose the tender young shouts in the spring of the year at the sign of the quail. The brown bear goes digging for roots, for snappy and succulent roots. Oh, as still goes the wolf on his quest, as the spotted snake glides through the rocks, as the deer and the sheep count the lightest feet best, the lightest foot best, and slinking and sly trout the flocks, and Fleetfoot and Lightfoot will stay, and fawns by their mothers will quill, and the snappiest the snaps of the thickest that sway, when Honey Paws takes to the trail, when the shuffle and grunt on the tail, he has gathered the great squirrel's hoard. He has roughed the stores of the bees. He has caught the young trout and the squirrels of the ford, and snapped the wild plums from the trees. He robbed and wrangled as he goes, and the right to his pillage makes good, till he rounds out the year, and at the first of the snows, in his lair, the depth of the woods, old Honey Paws sleeps in the woods. So what is that bear doing? He's going around stealing everything from everyone. He's stealing from the squirrels, he's eating the trout, he's big, so he just does whatever he wants. Okay, next is Grizzly Bear. If you ever met a grizzly bear, you must never ask him where he is going or what he is doing. For if you ever dare to stop a grizzly bear, you will never meet another grizzly bear. 12th Night Song of the Camels. Not born to the forest are we, not born to the plains, to the grass and to the shadows trees, and the splashing of rain. Only the sand we know, and the cloudless sky, the mirage and the deep sunk well, and the stars on high. To the sound of our bells we come, with huge soft stride, kings riding upon our backs, slaves at our sides. Out of the east, drawn by a dream and a star, seeking the hills and the groves, where the thickest towns are. Our goal was not palace gate nor temple of old, but a child on his mother's lap in the cloudy cold. The olives were windy and white. Dust swirls through the town, as in the royal robes our masters knelt down. Next, and that's all about a camel baby. You used to dream about camels all the time in the desert, and people selling firecrackers and popping them off. Next is the deer. Under the pines and hemlocks so thick the needles lie, you scantly hear the shy dun deer with its young go softly by. 12th Night, Song of the Camels, from Country Poem by Elizabeth Codsworth. Okay. Go softly by. Follow by hill and hollow, the den buck bells to the doe. The moon is bright, and we feed tonight, where the buckthorn thickets grow. Under the pines and the hemlocks, the thick white cloud mists creep, and drip all down the needles brown, where the dun deer lies asleep. Follow by the hills and hollows, the doe to the spotted fawn. 'Tis dark, oh the moon, but day comes soon, for I sniff the beneath of the dawn. Under the pines and hemlocks frolics through lights and shade the deer to his lair in the deep fern there, o'er the pastures and open glades, follow by the hill and hollow, dun buck and fawn and doe. The sun is high, and by the day we lie where only the deer must know. Next is holding hands. Elephants walk along the trails, are holding hands by holding tails. Trunks and tails are handy things when elephants walk in circus rings. Elephants walk and elephants play, and elephants walk and then feel so gay. And when they walk, it never fails. They're holding hands by holding tails. Next is Night of Wind. How lost is the little fox at the borders of night, posed in the forest of fern and the temple of the wind, caught by the blowing cold of the mountain darkness, he shivers and runs under tall trees, whimpering, brushing the tangles of dew, pausing and running. He searches the warm and shady hollow, the deep home of the mountainside, where the nestling soft bodies of little foxes may hide and sleep. 4 little foxes, speak gently, spring, and make no sudden sound, for in my windy valley yesterday I found newborn foxes squirming on the ground. Speak gently. Walk gently. March forbear, little bitter blow. Her feet within a trot, her blood upon the snow. The 4 little foxes saw their mother go. Walk softly, go lightly. Spring, oh, give them no alarm, when I covered them with boughs to shelter them from harm. The thin blue foxes sucked at my arm. Go lightly, go softly, march with your rumpets, hurricane, nestling one another and whimpering with pain. The new little foxes are shivering in the rain. Go softly. Next is a sing-song of Old Man Kangaroo. This is the mouth flowing song of the race that was run by a boomer, run in the single burst only event of its kind, started by a big god, no quake from roaring a bongo rumba. Old Man Kangaroo, first, yellow dog dingo behind. Kangaroo bounded away, his back legs walking like pistons, bound from morning till dark. 25 feet to the bound, yellow dog dingo, lie yellow cloud in the distance, much too busy to bark. My, but they covered the ground. Nobody knows where they went or followed the tracks that they flew in, for the content hidden, been given a name. They ran 30 degrees from tourist streets to Louvain, looking at the atlas please, and they ran back as they came. Supposing you could trot from Adelines to the Pacifics for the afternoon run, half what these gentlemen did, you would feel rather hot, but your legs would develop terrific. Yes, my imprudent son, you'd be a marvelous kid. Alright, next is the lion. When lion sends his roaring forth, silence falls upon the earth, for the creatures great and small know his terror-breathing call, and if by death persuade, leaving him to a solitude, lion, thou art made a dwell and hot lands intangible, and thyself the sun, the sand, and the Toya's triple band, Lion King, and Desert Throne, all the reign is your own. Next is the monkeys and the crocodiles. 5 little monkeys swinging from a tree, teasing Uncle Crocodile, merry as can be. Swinging high, swinging low, swinging left, swinging right, dear Uncle Crocodile came, and come and take a bite. 5 little monkeys swinging in the air, hands up, tails up, little do they care, swinging up, swinging down, swinging far and near. Poor Uncle Crocodile, aren't you hungry, dear? 4 little monkeys sitting in a tree, hands up, tails down, dearly as can be, weeping loud, weeping low, crying to each other, wicked Uncle Crocodile, to gobble up our brother. Oh my. Prairie-Dog Town. Old Peter Prairie-Dog built him a house in Prairie-Dog Town, with a door that goes down and down and down, and a hole that goes under and under and under and under. Where you can't see the lightning, you can hear the thunder. For they don't like thunder, the Prairie-Dog Town. Old Peter Prairie-Dog digs him a cellar in Prairie-Dog Town, with a ceiling that is arched, and the wall that is round, and the earth he takes out he makes into a mound, and the hall and the cellar, and dark, and you can't see a spark, not a single spark, and the way to him cannot be found. Old Peter Prairie-Dog knows a very clever trick of behaving like a stick when he hears a sudden sound, like an old dead stick, and when you turn your head he'll jump quick, quick, and be another stick when you look around. It is a clever trick, and it keeps him safe and sound in a cellar, in the holes, and that are under the mound in Prairie-Dog Town. Alright, the next is Seal Lullaby. Oh, hush thee, my baby, the night is behind us, and black are the waters that sparkle so green. The moon over the combs looks downwards to find us at rest in the hollows that rustle between. Where bellows meets bellow, there soft be thy pillow. Ah, weary, we flippering, cruel at the easel, the storm shall not wake thee, nor shake overtake thee, asleep in the arms of the slow swinging seas. Tomorrow's gonna be the tiger baby. Oh no, let's just do it today. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hands or eyes could flame thy fearful symphony? In what distant deeps of skies burnt the fires of thine eyes? Oh, what wings dare he aspire? What the hands dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the stones of thy heart? And when thy heart begin to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What a hammer, what a chain, in what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dead grasp dare to deadly Taurus clasp? What the stars threw down thy spears, and what waters heaven with their tears? Did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, 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 burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare flame thy fearful symphony? Alright, next is the wolf cry. The Archer's rune, the Archet rune hangs overhead, the wind white silence lies below. The striving pines stands lone and not. Black penciled on the snow. Weird on the moan of sobbing winds and long, long calls floats up from the trail, and the naked soul of the frozen north trembles in the wail. Okay, next is the Peaceful Kingdom. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion, and the fatling and the furling together, and the little child shall lead them. Alright, tomorrow's going to be On the Way to Anywhere. Let's look at this picture. There's not very many pictures in this book, and that's okay. But look, there's a train, and there's a boat, right? And a sailboat, and a big boat, and a car, and a train. On the way to anywhere. And a plane. Oh my. So tomorrow we'll start there. Karina, baby, I love you, and I miss you so incredibly much, honey. I miss you so much. It's unbelievable how much I miss you. Let's do... Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. And every fiddler had a very fine fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he. Oh, there's none so rare as can compare as King Cole and his fiddlers 3. Ooh, let's do... I don't remember how it goes. Skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. Lost my partner, what do I do? I lost my partner, what do I do? I lost my partner, what do I do? Skip to my loo, my darling. Find another as pretty as you, find another as pretty as you, find another as pretty as you. Skip to my loo, my darling. Skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. Going to Texas 2x2, going to Texas 2x2, going to Texas 2x2. Skip to my loo, my darling. Skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip, skip, skip to my loo, skip to my loo, my darling. Oh, the grand old Duke of York had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and then he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up, and when they were down, they were down, and when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Let's do Lila Tove, baby. Lila Tove, and good night to you. Lila Tove, may your dreams come true. We sing Lila Tove, may Israel protect you throughout the night until we reach the morning light. I love you and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Mama will always love you, baby, no matter what. It's unconditional love. I had you, I love you. I waited forever for you. I waited forever. I never wanted to leave your side. Not even for a moment. You've never even had a babysitter before this. Nothing. Nothing. I miss you, baby. I miss you. Alright. I love you, honey. Like Papa always used to say, Mama's Papa's sun, Papa's Mama's moon, and you are quite literally our rainbow baby, and we love you. I love you so much.